Welcome to our daily Forex market analysis, and this is for trading on February the 7th, 2020. Just a quick disclaimer here before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. As usual, we'll start off by taking a look at our calendar. All right, so we have the RBA monetary policy statement, and we have seen Aussie go down as a result of that. And now we also see that there are concerns around coronavirus resurfacing over the last few days. Here we have seen the equity markets go up because the Bank of China, or People's Bank of China, has been doing monetary intervention in the market in order to keep the stocks up. And there was also some news that we may be close to developing a vaccine for the coronavirus. So as a result, those concerns were sort of put to the back seat here. But now we are seeing more concerns because we have a cruise ship that is off the Japanese coast there, and there are more cases of coronavirus that have been found. The number of deaths have gone up considerably, and we have also seen thousands of infections now, over 7,000 infections from coronavirus, and we haven't seen a vaccine come out yet. So as a result, keep an eye on that situation there. If the fears get worse, then we're likely to see the safe haven assets go up, and the equity markets may be impacted negatively by that. And then also we have these kind of headlines here saying that the global economy will be hit worse from coronavirus than the impact they saw from the SARS. So basically just keep an eye on what's going on with the coronavirus developments there. And then tomorrow, the main things that we have going on here, we have employment data for Canada. So if the employment numbers are in line with expectations, then that's okay, that will be neutral. But if they're above expectations, we're likely to see Canadian dollar go up because already there is a drop that's expected. So if the numbers come in positive, that will be good for Canadian dollar, and we'll see a Canadian dollar go up. But if they fall below the expectations, we are likely to see Canadian dollar drop because they're already expecting lower employment numbers here. And then the non-farm payroll here, we do have that coming out tomorrow as well. And the ADP numbers came in positive. So the feeling is that the non-farm payroll numbers will come in positive as well. The ADP numbers are considered precursors to non-farm payroll, but they don't always come in line. So if we see that the employment numbers here drop, then we could see US dollar turn around. So if you're trading any US dollar cross, keep that in mind. We do have this data coming out tomorrow, and usually it's a market moving data. So expect volatility in the US dollar as a result of that. All right, so let's go on to the charts now. So we'll start off with euro dollar here. We see a drop through that support that we had talked about yesterday. Bias is still bearish here. And now we are into the lows that we haven't seen for some time here since November of 2019. But bias remains to the downside. Look for a pullback potentially into 1.10 and then looking for a drop here. First target is 1.0950 and second target 1.0920. So bias is bearish here. Pound dollar here, this one as well, just like we talked about yesterday, we saw the drop today. Bias is bearish. We have a nice bearish candle close here. So in terms of pullback, I am looking at 1.2950 or 60 potentially, and then a further drop here. First target is 1.2900 and then 1.2820. So bias is bearish for pound dollar as well. Aussie dollar here, this one is also bearish here. Yesterday we talked about how if price stayed below 0.6780, we are likely to see a drop. So we saw that. We have a nice bearish candle close here. So looking for a drop. It is already moving, but I'm looking for it to drop further towards 0.6680. This is where price had turned around. So looking for it to come back into that area. So bias is bearish here. And further to that, then next target is 0.6670. So bearish bias here for Aussie dollar. New Zealand dollar here, this one has also dropped. We had talked about how I was looking for price to come back into the support here. It has done that. We have a nice bearish candle close. Now do keep in mind this is into support, so we do need to see a break through the support for this to continue, but bias is to the downside. Next target is 0.6400, and then below that we're looking at 0.6370. Now with all these dollar crosses, non-farm payroll will have an impact. So if the data comes out below expectations for the non-farm payroll, all of this can turn around. So make sure you keep an eye on those numbers. Dollar CAD here, this one has been trading sideways here, still stuck in that range, but as we can see, price can get stuck in this level for some time. Right now, I will look for price to basically stay in the range. We do have data for both of these coming out tomorrow, employment numbers for both US and Canadian dollar. So just be careful with trading this. My bias here is neutral. All right, so on to the commodities here, starting off with silver. Silver is looking bullish here. We have had a nice bullish candle close, so looking for follow through. And next target here is 18.12. So bullish bias here for silver. And above that, we have second target of 18.30. So bullish bias for silver. Gold here, this one is also looking bullish. We have a nice bullish engulfing candle close here. So looking for it to continue higher. I will look for a potential pullback into 1562, and then first target is 1580. And if it goes above that, we are looking at 1593. So bullish bias here for gold. Oil here, oil is holding below this previous support resistance level, below 52. And we do have a neutral close, but overall bias is still to the downside. So I will look for price to drop back into this support level at 49.40. So bearish bias here for oil. Copper here, copper is into resistance. It tried to break through, but wasn't able to hold it. So this one is, I would be bearish on this, neutral to bearish on this. As long as price stays below 2.56, I would look for a drop here back towards 2.46. And the next target here would be 2.52. And if it drops below that, we could see a further drop here into 2.49. So it is bearish below 2.56. Bitcoin here, this one is still looking bullish. It's holding above 94.65. And as long as it does that, this one is still bullish. Next target here is 99.00. And then above that, we are looking at 10,300. So for now, bias is bullish for Bitcoin. S&P 500, this one is at all-time highs. And like we talked about yesterday, price has been going up for the last 4 days now. So all that positive sentiment could turn around after that big move to the upside. We could see pullbacks and drops. So keep that in mind. So for now, bias is bullish. And what we need to keep an eye on is how price reacts at 33.30. If it holds below, we could see it go higher into 33.50 and then 3400. but as soon as it drops below that 33.30, we are back into 3,300 and potentially below that. So for now, it is bullish, but with caution, because we've seen a big move to the upside. So we could see pullbacks and turnarounds here. Nasdaq here, same thing. This one, we do have a nice bullish candle close, but it's right into that resistance level. It hasn't quite gone through the resistance level. So bias is bullish here. The test, though, would be, does it hold above 93.50? If it does, this one again can go higher. So we could see a drop and then a further move to the upside. So in that case, target would be 95.50, but as soon as it breaks through this, we could see a drop back towards 91.80. So keep that in mind. Bias is bullish, but with caution here. And then Dow Jones here, this one actually is right into resistance. Again, price is holding right into the highs. And again, the test would be, can it hold above 29,400? If it does, we could see it go higher into 26,700 first here. Or even 29,800. But if it doesn't hold above 29,400, then I will look for it to come back towards 29,000. For now, though, bias is bullish, and next target is 29,700. DAX here, this one is neutral here. We have a completely neutral candle close. Price is still below this 13,600. It is into resistance. So at this point, if it does go through, we could see a move towards 13,800. So at this point, bias is neutral, but if it holds below this 13,600, then I will look for a drop towards 13,380. For now, though, bias is neutral for DAX. FTSE here, we have let's do a daily here. We see that price is right into this resistance level at 75.30. It hasn't been able to go through that level yet. So if it stays below this, I will look for a drop here. But should price grow through this resistance, we are looking for a further move to the upside here. And we are back into that range that price has been trading for quite some time. And next target would be 76.40 level. But 75.30 is a critical level. If it doesn't go through, I will look for a move back towards 74.50 level. So for now, bias is neutral for FTSE. Nikkei here, we had a nice big bullish candle close here, but as we can see, prices into resistance is coming into the highs here. And again, at this point, if it drops here below 23,700, then we can basically look for it to drop towards 23,400. However, on the other hand, we could see just the retest here and the further move to the upside. And that's something we'll have to keep an eye on. So for now, bias is bullish, but with caution. So should it hold above 23,700, then the next target is 24,000. So for now, bias is bullish, but with caution. So that's it for today. Have a wonderful trading day and a nice weekend, and I'll see you again on Sunday. Bye for now.